Morning, Steve Ray in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, happy Wednesday to everybody. Not a lot of new news out overnight. We've got right now soybean and soybean meal prices a little bit higher, with wheat a little bit higher and corn a little bit lower. Stocks lower, the dollar's lower, and crude is lower. As far as the news, yesterday there was talk that China may have came in and bought a couple of cargoes of U.S. soybeans. The absence of them over the last few trading days has weighed on the soybean market. So maybe that's why we kind of rallied off yesterday's lows into the close and why we're higher overnight. We, as far as the outlook is concerned for corn and soybeans especially, seasonally this is when we tend to make tops in the marketplace if the weather is good to this point and continues to be good for the rest of the summer. We do have the funds big shorts in the corn. They're short wheat, they're short quite a few contracts of meal, and long a little bit of beans and soybean oil. So it's going to take some kind of weather event to get them out of these short positions and add to their long positions. As far as the wheat situation is concerned, again, it's dry in parts of Russia, eastern Ukraine, and Kazakhstan. But I don't think the market is necessarily focused on the lower wheat supply as they are on globally, record world stocks, and the fact that we're entering harvest. The other thing is today we'll be getting some U.S. ethanol data, and I think it should show continued slight increase in production as we try to reopen the economy, and a slight drawdown in stocks. Still, we're nowhere near the demand that we were before the virus. As far as weather is concerned, the best rains overnight were in parts of Iowa, northeast Missouri, northern Illinois, and the U.S. southeast. 6 to 10 days warm and dry, but with some rains maybe in the southeast. The 8 to 14 is hot and dry. So there is the big picture. Our weather guy, World Weather, says that July is going to be hot and dry for most of the Midwest. Most other weather forecasters are talking about heat, but they're also talking about normal rains. And in the overnight long-range map, June 19th through 24, they actually did put some showers into the Midwest. So we'll have to kind of watch this. This is probably the number one factor right now. We also, tomorrow, have the USDA numbers, and we'll see if they raise corn carryouts and keep bean and wheat carryouts unchanged. I think the two things that people will be looking for, number one, will be what they see as far as U.S. soybean export demand and China imports, and then if they adjust any of the world wheat production numbers to bring the carryout down from that record number. It's still probably record, but they could trim maybe 10 million tons off the numbers. We also noted overnight Goldman Sachs put out a special report saying that the commodity rally, especially in the energies, is probably a little bit ahead of itself given the large inventories that are in place. The only thing they did mention was that they thought that the metal rally was justified given increase in China demand for metal imports. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.